I saw a gypsy in the night, sneaking through the crowd like a thief in flight. Saw the danger in her eyes, aiming at my heart with darts and dice. It doesn't matter where you are, you see her in the shadows. It doesn't matter where you go.
Hey, welcome to Pat Soundbytes Unplugged podcast. Keeping new music alive is what I do, not only in the United States, but all over the world. And today we're talking to a great rocker down in, well, let me just start from the beginning. Founding member of an awesome rock trio that I've been listening to for the last week out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. My man Luiz from the band Starace. How are you, buddy?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you for having me, Pat. It's a pleasure to be here with you, talking.
Oh man, no, thank you, and certainly thank Jamie. So much to talk about here, man. I've interviewed a few artists and bands from Brazil. It's a happening place. There's something about. I mean, when I talk to, I got a friend in the Rolling Stones, background vocalist, and everybody wants to play Brazil. I don't know. You guys got a love for rock music down there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that love rock here. I think it's about the audience that always touch every musician's heart here.
Yeah, I mean the whole culture, right? I mean the carnival. You guys have a big passion of dancing, so music is a big part of your culture down there.
Yeah, it's always a party every day. It's a thing.
I do it in New York then. I got to get down to Brazil. Well, Luis, I always start out with, where did you find your love for music? How did that cultivate for you? And Julio and Thomaz was I mean, obviously living where you live, everybody's got a little love for music, but was mom and dad musically involved in bands? How did that work for you guys?
Yeah, yeah. First of all, I think yeah, we're three brothers, so we pretty much grow up in the same house and with the same taste of music, the same everything, same education, and mom and dad always listened to a lot of music at the house. And I think about when I was about 8 or 9 years old, I started listening to metal bands, rock bands, and the Beatles, of course. And that just touched all the three of us, it touched our hearts, and we kept on listening and trying to play. And I think that's the passion, that's where the passion came from. It's just listening to a lot of music since we're kids, since we're really young.
Whoa. And how did you, I mean, who was the first brother to grab an instrument? I mean, mom and dad, like, no, become a lawyer or a doctor. And you guys come in with a guitar or a drum kit.
Yeah, for sure. Julio was the first one who started with acoustic guitars. And I started with, just because he was starting with guitar, I started with guitar also. And Thomaz is a little bit younger than us. He's like 4 years old, younger than us, and he was just tiny boy. And I think he also looked at us and playing and wanted to play something. And we had the drums, so drums, guitars, and I went to bass. So I think little kid, but nothing about mom and dad.
You just drove them crazy when you guys were all playing in the living room.
Yeah. We drove them crazy, but I think they saw that we were playing great together. So They just leave us playing whatever we want.
Hey, as long as you're doing right, you're playing music, you're doing sports, you're staying out of trouble. So, hey, if that works, right?
Or neighbors.
Well, that's cool. Tell me about so the creation of the band. Obviously, this is for the viewers. This is also your last name, but you broke it out into Star Ace. It's
Yeah.
just easier compared to coming. I mean, everybody says it's the hardest thing to come up with a band name. Kiss is already taken. Rush is already taken. The Rolling Stones is already taken. Metallica is already taken. Let's just do Star Ace.
Yeah, man, it always been so difficult to find a good name for band because, as you said, is there's a lot of great names around. So actually, Star Ace was our first idea of name. We were really young, and so we started. Let's do Star Ace, and we did a small logo to put in front of the drum set, and it. I think we used that name for a month or 2 months. I don't know, and then we changed the name, and we invite other friends to play with us, and the rest is history. But I think was after the the sickness that was around the world in 2019 that we look at each other and said, let's do some new songs and go back with our original name. The three of us, let's do it. Let's go Star Ace all the way.
I love it. Hey, it sounds like it works. I like it. It's catchy. You got the star in there. It's easy to remember. It's nothing crazy, and
Yeah,
nobody has it. So that's good. I mean, like I said, Rush is a trio, Triumph is a trio, all one word, easy, simple,
yeah.
um, all good. I like the fact that I got notes all over the place here, so bear with me. Your unique sound of bridging the old with the new. The Zeppelins, the Stones, the Beatles, but then you're also bringing in relevancy of what's going on today. And I did see a lot of that. I listened to Mysterical Cat and Fighting My Shadow, or Right in the Middle, and Dark Side. So I could really get a taste of, the rock end and maybe some bluesy with the Muddy Waters
Oh
and
yeah.
the storytelling behind the lyrics with like a Bob Dylan. So talk to me a little bit about that. Why that works for you guys.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of all the influences that we had our entire lives. So we've been playing together since we can remember. So I think it's pretty easy, not easy, but it's pretty natural to come with different genres and different kinds of music that we always listen to. So even our cultural Brazilian music here, of folkloric music, we hear every day. So it's inside our veins in a way or another. So it's pretty much like the most natural possible way and most personal and how can I say authentic that we possibly can do. So we
And
just
it
thought about doing the best way and the most brings ourselves and we're happy with this.
Yeah,
We
no,
need to be happy with our music.
oh, obviously, yeah, absolutely. Look, music is a great way to express yourself
Yeah,
musically of, personal dealings, whether it's love or breakup or success or somewhere you traveled that you got some inspiration, you're able to put it together based on the influences that you've already listened to. So, and it's great that, I'm a fan of, even though I'm into classic rock. I started in country music, crazy enough, and I love jazz. I love all kinds of music. So I love it when I find somebody, Jamie, like hits me up and there's a band that has different genres. They're not locked into something, it could go anywhere. I mean, even, and then I think about Brazil and I think about, bossa nova and samba. You have a lot of ways of getting, a lot of musical sounds that you're able to grab and put it all together. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but rock and roll always comes first because we're just addicted to it. So
I like that. I like that. Talk to me about the songwriting process. I read that Julio is the primary, but do the three of you get together? Does he come up with an idea? Does it start acoustically? Does it start lyrically? How does that work for you
yeah,
guys?
usually what happens is that man, Julio it's a machine. He writes like I never seen something like this. He's just a lyric machine. He just writes every day, and he writes great songs and great riffs. So most of the songs that we've created, he came up with a riff or the entire lyric or the entire song already to us, and we just start cranking, start changing things, started learning new things and suggesting new things, and it always works so great with the three of us in the studio. So yeah,
Oh, that's
I think that's it. And Thomaz, it's becoming a really great lyricist as well. So I'm more in a how to say it? I'm just putting all things together. We just
good.
grab all the ingredients we have and we mix it up, and we end up with a great song.
Oh, you got a bunch of great songs.
No, thank
Mystical
you.
Cat, remaining in the top 50 of the most played songs in the United States radio for 15 weeks. I don't know how many bands can say that, Luis. So that's you
It
keep
was
telling them, keep writing those great lyrics, and you keep mixing the ingredients, and it seems to work well. Um, you had award producing engineer, publicist of Modern Drummer magazine, David Frangioni, if I'm saying that right. How did you find David? I mean, man, you hooked up with a great guy there.
Oh man, David is such a great guy, a great personality, and such an inspired person to be around with. So he we just came up meeting him in a Kiss concert in Manaus. Uh, we just bump into each other, and we keep on chatting. And Thomaz is the drummer, so he was
Oh, he had
really
to be really happy.
in talking to him. So after a year, we keep on talking, and he just listening to our songs, and said, "Man, let's produce this. Let's do an album. Great. Let's work together. Let's do it. Let's do it." And here we are. We are with a today. We're just finishing our last tracks, recording our last tracks. So it's been an amazing experience. He's such a great guy, and we've been working like this through internet. So it's a different way of communicating, a different way to record and experience that in the studio. But it's working greater than we ever imagined. You know, it's such a joy and such a great partnership that we have.
Well, I'm glad. I'm happy for you. He's got the resume, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What did he, when he first listens to, I want to just try to understand what he did to really polish your songs and say, try this or try that, but didn't overtake what you guys were trying to accomplish, right?
Yeah.
He didn't interfere with your sound. He just really polished and brought out some magic to say, let's
Yeah.
try these things, right?
Yeah. The most impressive thing that he did with us is to capture what we already had inside us. So he was just saying, "Oh, you can do it better. You can do it better. I know. Try for more 10 minutes like this." Okay, and we try. Oh, that is great. That is great. Try this. Try this.
Cool.
Yeah. So man, it was such a great process, such a great experience to do it. We never done like this before. We stayed like for 3 or 4 months playing every day with him, like for 12, 13, 14 hours a day. It's something, and I cannot even explain how fun and how great it was.
That's great. An incredible experience when someone can bring out the best. You think you're here at this level, and they hear something else and go, no, you could do better than that. And it's got to be, like I said, he's got the resume. Nobody's going to argue with him. The
Yeah,
three of you can beat each other up. But when somebody with that resume says, look, you got a great product, just work a little bit harder and bring out
yeah,
these elements, maybe in Julio's vocals or maybe in the rhythm section or whatever. That's great, man. That is awesome. Good for you guys. Any idea of a release date for the album?
yeah. Uh, as I said, we're
We're in the final stages.
yeah, we're at the final stage, like last tracks this week. So we're running to mixing and mastering for the next weeks, and man, next year, the beginning of the next year for sure, you all have the entire album to hear in every streaming platform, in every device that you all have, and we are preparing also some videos and some live shows for you guys. We just wanted to go to the road and catch the road and go and play live for everyone, and hopefully the entire world can hear us playing.
There you go. Well, they can actually go to your YouTube channel because I did that. And I encourage everybody to do that, to hit the subscribe button because it's all about numbers and all that stuff. And I watched your videos and I was very impressed. I think you guys got something going on. And that's my next question is can't wait to see you guys live and get you on the road. So it'd be looking like you just performed in your capital about a
Yeah,
few days ago. And what's it like playing in the hometown and getting that vibe from, your own folks?
it was such a like it was different for us. It was just amazing because we play in Brasilia. Brasilia is the capital of Brazil. And man, the audience went crazy, and we were like, oh my God, that is really happening. Uh, we didn't have we don't have yet our album, but people are already singing it and already cheering, already going crazy with our song. So we're really glad and we're really proud that that happened, and we're so happy that the audience is receiving our sound and our band so great. We're just amazed.
At the end of the show, the three of you look at each other and tears
Yeah,
of joy and pinch each other, going, "Is this
yeah,
really
man.
happening?"
What is happening, man? It was our first time in Brasilia, so it was a surprise, a great surprise for us.
Well, it builds the confidence and tells you guys, it just gives another base of saying you guys got something good going on. It's not that you just think you got it. When people are screaming and liking it, and go to the merch table and buy t-shirts now.
Yeah, I think we are on the right path. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that
been
is
great,
cool.
and we can wait to go and play more for more people and for more audiences, and we're just really excited about this whole process now.
I did read that you did a festival with Matt Sorum. I
Yeah,
kind of know Matt. I've interviewed Matt. I met Matt, a terrific guy. How did that go?
yeah, it was great, man. We played our whole set. It was like 1 hour of rock and roll, and people. It was raining, but it was great. People are like like this. They don't have like wetsuits or something.
Like
So,
ponchos,
ponchos.
raincoats.
Yeah, but they love the show, so that's the important part.
That's excellent. Well, I like to know that. So I'm not a musician, Luis, but a lot of my viewers always say, ask about the gear. And I know you're a fan of Paul McCartney and obviously with the Rickenbacker, and I know you're a fan of Geddy Lee. And I've seen Rush a million times. And I remember Geddy with a Fender or some sort of signature jazz sound. So tell our viewers about you playing bass. What's your go-to bass, and how does what's your rig? How does that all work for you?
Yeah, man, you said the two of my gods like Paul McCartney and Geddy Lee. I use a preamp of Geddy Lee's
What?
that he just released. It sounds amazing. So I'm not using amps for about a year now. I just use this, and man, I found my sound on this. It's amazing, great. It's great, and I keep switching now between my Rickenbacker and my Hofner, but
Oh, okay.
I will have a precision or a jazz bass somewhere sometime near in the near future, you know.
There you go. If you're gonna have two heroes like that,
Yeah.
they're the best of the best. Is there a specific bass line song that you go, oh, that's a number one bass riff that you've ever heard? I know there's a ton. I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm a huge fan of Gene Simmons bass lines as well.
Oh, okay. The
But
God
man,
of Thunder.
yeah, but for just to mention one, I think Martha, My Dear from the
Okay.
Beatles. Oh shit, that's a great line that I love.
So 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 how do talk to me about the goals. Well, how do you guys define success? You've already obviously sound great. You've got the songs. You had a great producer. You're playing in front of the hometown. They're giving you all kinds of go for it. What do you? How would you define success? Is it by having a million gold records? Is it touring the world? What's your goals there, Louise?
Yeah, for sure.
Quality above?
I think for me and for my brothers, I think success is living for music and playing live, man. It's just if music can give us a lifetime experience, there's no such thing as this. It's just playing live and playing with our brothers and just doing rock and roll and enjoying with our fans.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Well, You guys are on the road to success, and we can't wait to see you in the States and get that visa, whatever you need to do, and get out throughout the world. I encourage everybody to go check them out. Their website, staraceband.com, and go to Spotify and add their songs that are out there on your playlist. That means a lot. And hit YouTube and hit the subscribe button and all that good stuff. Luis, I hope you enjoyed the chat. I got a big smile on my face. It's all good. I support new music. I love meeting great musicians like yourself from different cultures, and I try to learn from you guys as well. And anything that I can do to support you, we'll get it out there for you.
All right. Thank you so much for having me, Pat. Thank you for your viewers as well. It's been a nice chat. I love talking to you. I love to meet you here, and I hope we can see each other in person someday, and we can enjoy some rock and roll together.
If I come down to Brazil, I'm looking you up. Or if you come to New York, I'll know about it, and I want to meet all three of you, and we want to continue to play your music on the radio and put out your videos and do everything that we can do. Yeah. Thank you, Luiz. It doesn't get any better than this. Check these guys out. Starace Brazil rocks, and Pat Soundbytes covers all over the world. So keep rocking.
Thank you.
Old house where my brothers and I try to figure out what's happened to the common sense of society. Where people make the same mistakes, they try to picture their lives on the edge, but they forgot half the thing. They can't remember that the way is just right.